Hello, Jack Maloney, Wisconsin licensed real estate salesman. I am currently licensed with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox Cities Realty. We are located at 600 South Main Street, Suite 301. I am here today to discuss with you things not to do when you're getting ready to sell your house. Yes, spring has sprung, hopefully for more than a couple more hours. And with spring comes spring cleaning. With spring cleaning comes, hey, let's go see if we can find another house. We'll sell this one. We'll move up. We'll move down. We'll move to a right sized place. We want to be in another location. We want to move out of state. We don't want to do another Wisconsin winter. The list goes on and on as to why you may be looking to sell your home. But I'm about to give you 11 don'ts. One thing to do that may or may not be beneficial, and one suggestion for things to do that will definitely help pay off. The first don't do partial fixes. If you put your house up for sale and you hire me to come in and talk with you, and I go through your house and it's like, okay, this needs work, this needs work, this needs work. Don't just do it halfway. You're going to have buyers coming in. It's still a seller's market. They know they're going to pay good money to purchase your home. They're also going to notice that, oh, he didn't do a good job here, she didn't do a good job there. These corner trim pieces don't match up. The paint is different shades on the same wall, etc., etc. If you're going to do something, do it completely. Don't do half fixes. It will be more noticeable than what you think. And I know my thing was, yeah, if I did something half assed, I knew that I would probably be the only one to notice it because I knew it was there. But when you have people looking to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on on the purchase of their next home or their first home, they're going to notice the little things. So if you're going to do it, go all out. If you're not going to do it, leave it as a negotiating point for when the offers start coming in. Item number 2, don't redo the kitchen. NAR statistics, RA&W statistics, all statistics show you get about a 53% return on the dollar for kitchen repairs, kitchen remodels. Yeah, if you need to replace the countertops, it's easy, it's quick, it's inexpensive. Do it. If you have appliances that are bad, do it. If you have leaky faucets, fix them, but don't do a complete remodel. Again, if you did that, take $100, give it to your contractor. Contractor's gonna give you $43 back and walk out the door, and that's the return you're going to get on your money. You can spend thousands to make hundreds. It doesn't make sense. On the same token, don't redo the bathroom. That's even a worse return. You have 51% on that, on average. That's NAR, National Association of Realtors statistics. It's time tested and true. You do not get 100% of your money back. Yeah, you might need a new exhaust fan. Okay, run to your local hardware store, pick one up, replace it. Replace the items that need replacing. Do not do a complete remodel. If maybe paint cabinets, give them a loving care, put new hardware on. Inexpensive stuff like that. Stuff that, okay, I spent $1 on my new hardware for the pulls, for the drawers, or the cabinets. You're going to see that money back. It's not a huge investment. But by the same token, you start knocking down walls, putting in this monster complete surround shower unit that's got 852 shower heads spraying every possible inch of your body. You're going to have a plumber to pay. You're going to have carpenters to pay. It's not a wise use of your money. Going right along with that, don't add a master suite. Yes, everybody wants a master suite. They're great. You get up in the morning, you don't have to leave your room to get to the bathroom. You got the ensuite right there. Everything's good. Yeah, you get roughly 53% return for your investment on the ensuite. Again, it's something the buyers may not even want that. The buyers may say, we wanted that separate so that we can have guests over. They can use that restroom, but they can't get into our bedroom from an interior door. They have to physically come out in the hallway if they're going to sneak into our bedroom for some reason. If you want stuff like that, do it when you first get moved in and settled, and you're doing it for yourself. Don't do it for potential buyers and people like that, because you're not going to get your money back. Don't replace doors. Yeah, they're not an expensive thing. Couple $100 here, couple $100 there. You get about 72% back. Yeah, maybe you need a new door handle, new lock set, stuff like that. That'll cost you $50. That is something that needs to be done. The door's looking a little old. Paint. A little bit of paint. Boop. Refresh it, give it new life, make it look good. Don't add a deck. If you don't have a deck on there, number one, it's going to take a month to get a good professional quality deck finished once they can start. And they put the footings in, the weather has to cooperate, all this has to cooperate, and then you've got to finish the deck. If you've got a deck, don't paint it, stain it. If you paint it, all those horizontal surfaces are sitting there, the water beads up on them, it soaks under the paint starts lifting and peeling, then you're cutting back on your potential purchasers. You're ruling out VA purchasers. You're ruling out FHA purchasers because of the peeling paint. Yes, lead-based paint's been outlawed since 1976, I believe. But even non-lead-based paint, if the water gets under it and lifts it up, looks like it's peeling, chipping, and the VA and FHA appraisers will not let that pass. It's going to need to be repaired. Stain, on the other hand, soaks into the wood. It seals the wood. You don't get the chipping and peeling and all that other stuff. And you'll only get 74% back. So, give me $1,000 and to put a deck in, you'll get $740 back when you sell. Don't finish your basement. Yes, it does add living space. But if you're doing it just to add living space to raise the price, just know that the average appraiser is only going to give it 70% of the value of the rest of the living space because it's underground. If it was above surface, yeah, it gets 100%. Subsurface, they drop it down to about a 70% valuation. That's the way it is. It's a good idea if you're doing it when you move in, your family's growing, or you're looking just for a game room or exercise room or something like that. Do it for yourself. Don't do it to add value for sales. Next on the list, siding. Don't get it re-sided. If you've got missing siding, see if you can find something that matches up to it. Usually there's extra siding pieces stored in a garage or a crawl space or something that were left over from when the job was done. That is the optimum way. Um, if it's cracked vinyl siding, patch it. It can be patched. Vinyl siding can also be painted if the color is stained or faded and gone away. If you've got the shingle slate tile type of sidings and a few of them are broken or missing, get new shingles to replace the ones that are missing. You're only going to get 76% return on siding, and siding is, you're looking at, for an average size house, $15,000, I'm going to guesstimate, and you're only going to get 3/4 of that back. So you spent $15,000 to get, all right, 12 to $10,000 to $12,000 back in increased sales value of your house. Next item, unless it absolutely needs it, do not replace the roof. If you've got some damage to some shingles and stuff like that, yeah, get those replaced. Get them repaired. Don't put a whole new roof on. You can always use it as a negotiating tool as once the offers come in, and who knows, the buyer may have plans to go with solar or a metal roof or something like that. So you're sticking all this money into a new shingle roof, and the seller's just going to tear it off in a couple of years and put steel roofing up or a solar system or whatnot. That's another poor return. You only get about 65% of the value back on that. Windows, you're going to get about 75% back. You're going to say, oh, but I've got old windows, I've got wooden windows, I've got double hung windows. I've been doing this since 2012, and I have yet to have a buyer say, I'm not buying this because the windows are old. They structure their offer around it, around what they see when they do their initial walkthroughs and decide, yes, hey, this is the house we want to buy. Okay, it's got old carpeting. That's okay. We don't want carpeting anyways. We'd rather have the hardwood flooring underneath it. Or we don't like that color carpeting, we're going to replace it anyways. The windows, oh my God, they're old windows. We need the newest and most modern. No, that doesn't tend to push potential buyers away. What pushes potential buyers away is the first item, the partial fixes, because then they don't know what the rest is going on with. Windows will get you 75 cents on the dollar back. If you got broken or cracked windows, obviously something you need to get taken care of. But don't go and do a whole new house full of windows. If your heater works, leave it. Replacing a heater, your furnace, you're going to get 35 to 50% back out of what you stick into it. Terrible, terrible, terrible investment of your money. Of course, if it's broken and it's cost prohibitive to repair, you're kind of forced into that corner then. You may be able to use that as a negotiating tool with any potential offers. Going along with the heater, central air, that's kind of a break even. Unless you have to have ductwork installed. If you need ductwork installed, don't. There are several companies now that make zoned ACs. They work very well. They're very cost efficient. I know people, even on the hottest days up here in Wisconsin when it's muggy, don't run their air conditioning because they don't like the air conditioned air. They'd rather just open the windows run some fans, get some breezes. Central air, like I said, that's a break even. You're not gonna lose much. You're not gonna gain much from it. If say it costs you $2,000 to get central air put in, and you've got the duct work and everything, it's just a simple put it down on its slab, plumb it in, and go. You'll get about $2,000 worth of value added to the house. That's it. The one thing though that will give you a great return on your investment. Paint. Yes, paint is relatively inexpensive. If you were to take and paint your house, do it in a neutral color, one color. You don't be going nuts and get a rainbow of fruit flavors. One neutral color. It refreshes the look. It smells great to the people coming in after a couple of days when the immediacy of the paint fumes has gone away. But yeah, that will give you probably the best bang for your buck for returns. So to summarize, don't do partial fixes. It just looks bad. It's bad all around. Don't remodel the kitchen. Don't remodel the bathroom. Don't add an ensuite. Don't replace the doors. Don't decide to add a deck. Don't decide at the last minute to refinish your basement or to finish your basement. Don't add new sidings. Don't go out and do a complete roof replacement. Don't get a new house full of windows. Don't replace your furnace. If you've got a furnace and it's ducted and you think central air will help, okay, it's gonna break even for the most part. You may lose a couple of bucks, you may gain a couple of bucks, but all in all, it's gonna be about a 1-for-1 exchange. But do paint. It's easy to do. It doesn't take much time. I thank you for listening so far. Here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox Cities Realty, soon to be Water City Realty, we want to do whatever we can to become your forever brokerage and agents. We want to be able to provide you with any answers in the future that you may have. We have lists of vendors that we trust, that we would not be afraid to refer you to. We want to be here for you forever. Hence, your forever agent. And once again, just a reminder, Sunday, May 28th, from 1200 to 1600, I will be sponsoring a military and veterans open house here at the office, 600 South Main, Suite 301. It's going to be a walk-in question and answer type of deal. I am going to have some lenders here. I'm going to have representatives from the various veterans organizations here. I'm going to have representatives from Homes for Heroes here. And what I'm going to do, I'm opening this up to all the people involved with the Homes for Heroes program. Your school teachers, your law enforcement, corrections, firefighters, veterans. Stop on in, May 28th, 600 South Main, Suite 301, from noon to 1600. And there's going to be a limited amount of brats and hot dogs and hamburgers and sodas available for you for free. Just one of the things I do. I'm a military veteran myself, so I know that getting this information is important, and that's why I'm doing this. And I hope to earn your respect, your trust, and become your forever agent. And if you have any questions about anything I've presented here today, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at 920-410-0121 or at my email, jack.maloney247@gmail.com. That's JACK.MALONEY247@gmail.com. The 247 is because I work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 24/7. Thanks and have a great day. We'll talk with you in about a week. Bye.